Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video to the channel. So in this video, I'm going to be checking out an item which I think is in very low volume, but has a lot of demand towards it. Now, every time I'm going to go and buy the brand new Exquisite urns, no matter which one I've tried or which skill I've gone after for, I can't seem to buy them, which sort of indicates that there's a chance to make quite a lot of profit with this method. So in this video, we're going to be doing something we've done in a little while, a traditional sit of a grand exchange, go through the prices, deep delve in and see what we can do in terms of making money with these urns. Now, these urns came with the 110 crafting update a couple of months ago and do need various levels for you to make, but these are all in the traditional skills for urns, and as you can see, there's some at an entry level which are pretty good. Having mining, cooking and fishing as your first three urns, level 102, 103, 104 crafting, does give you access to some of the more used urns compared to normal. Now, these urns are different compared to decorated urns. They have two forms. So they have the first form, which is just from the clay, and then you have the other form, which has the gem attached to it. So this has a normal urn, an urn with a gem, and then to make the urn active, you then need to put the rune onto the urn, which then makes it untradeable and is used how a normal urn is used. So hopefully that all makes sense. What I'll probably do is show you guys one or two, like how to properly use it and process it as well. But to start this, we need to go and find a price for an item, which is the Exquisite clay. Now for this, it's going to be soft porcelain clay. Now the difference between the soft porcelain clay and the normal clay is you're only going to need one to make an urn. So the important thing here is to check the price for this. This will also give you an idea as well how much profit mining the clay is. Because I think that's gone a bit under the radar as well, but this is a pretty decent AFK mining method with a price of about 15k per sort of ore. That's kind of higher than a lot of primal ores as well at the minute. So this could be the most expensive form of mining ore which you can currently get in the game. So now we know that, we can go and look at the urn prices, because one of these is going to equal one urn. Now, for benefits of just making it easy in terms of the math side, we're going to work off the clay price being 15.5k. Now the reason why I do this is just so what I show you in terms of the money making method and the prices is the worst case scenario. It gives you guys more of a chance to make some money. If you were to slow buy this at 13.6, which I highly recommend, don't buy things for the instant buy price, work the margin out and buy it for the lower price, you will make yourself more money in the long run. So searching the Exquisite urns, you can see here that we have no gem, no rune. So when it says no rune, that's with the urn and the gem included. And then with the no gem, that is just the base urn. So we'll do cooking, we'll do the normal urn as well as the one with the gem afterwards, just so we can like see what the price difference is. The max you're going to have in terms of a gem is actually going to be like Dragonstone. So it really isn't going to be that much in terms of like putting a gem on. So you could have a really good chance at making some more money by just simply adding gems on to buyable crafting urns. So how is that for a margin? 1 GP for an Exquisite cooking urn. So these items are still very funny in terms of their prices. You can't really find like a niche for these. So I really wouldn't flip them because again, like the price and stuff are really going to be quite volatile and not something you can really sort of check out. So here we go. Here's our first one. That is 38,000 coins I've used to instant buy that sort of urn. And the instant sell is the most important one because that's the one really you can have demand for. So 18.5k. So the cooking one requires a red topaz, so you could actually make some decent money there, at least like a couple K profit. So the next one we're going to look into is the mining urn. So with the no gem, I imagine this one's going to be a little bit more expensive because you use mining urns a lot quicker than the rest. And as you can see, this is where the low volume can come in, and you can actually pick up some items. So as you can see here, this is what I was experiencing before, where the low volume sort of comes in and you can struggle to buy some of these items. But if we rack it up, see if we can buy it. Yes, so someone has an offer in for 62k for this. And this is where you can really use margins to capitalize on and make some more profit for. So the actual instant sort of sell, 20,000 coins from just buying the clay, like 13.6. That's decent profit. But also you could possibly put them in as a high price and then see where they go from there. Now mining is going to use jade. So we can just go and quickly check the price of the mining urn with the gem in. And what we'll probably do, because this video could be absolutely a massive length if we put all the different ones in, I'll just pick out some of the more popular ones, just show you guys, look, this is where the different levels of profit can be. Dive into this, have a look and see what works in terms of profit, see what's good and see what like really sort of sells, and have a tester and see what you guys think. I think it's worth sort of seeing if stuff and margins can work and sort of delving in and picking it. But what I would sort of say is, well, if you're going to make one of these urns, don't hold on to a lot of them. I would probably start selling after like 200 to 300. And just because I think that's important to not hold on too many, because if the price dips or if more volume of it comes onto the grand exchange, the price then changes a lot. But As you can see here, we have pretty good profit in terms of making the actual mining urn. You have profit putting the gems on the cooking urns, and as well with the mining urns with no gem, there's a 42k difference between the instant buy and the instant sell, which, don't get me wrong, that is not consistent. That will not be there for a while, but it's something for you definitely to have a look into and see if it's worthwhile. Now, what I'm going to do to finish the video off, we'll do the same with fishing, and we'll also do the same with woodcutting as well. But there are some more urns for you guys to go and test and see what you think. You can definitely like find more in terms of like profits and gaps of where you can do stuff. But here, the fishing one instant bought for 30k, which again is that's good profit if you can get it. And instant sold for 15k, not as, but you have room to work, which is what you want in terms of this. So for the fishing one, we'll check out what is the difference with the gem. So for fishing urns, you're going to need a sapphire. Again, it's not going to be a big cost. The ones with the dragonstones are the ones where you should really sort of check your margins, just because I think the cost of a dragonstone can really hamper that price. It is a bit of a cost with it being 5k. Your margins here you want to deal with are going to be around the 5k as well. But as you see there, we instant sold some of the exquisite fishing urns for 15k by putting on a sapphire, which is going to be like 1800 coins or 2000 coins. You're 23k for that with the gem on as well. So all these different layers have profit to them. Even if you are going to go and make the urns yourself, check the gem price, because you can see here by adding the gem on, you're going to give yourself so much more profit. Especially with things like the fishing urn here, you're going to make yourself like 7k more per urn just by putting the gem on. Now, do I think you'll struggle with getting enough sort of urns to buy the urns and then put the gems on? Probably yes. You've seen by some of the like instant buy prices, it's tight. And sometimes the instant buy prices are just not there. But if you want to make the urns from the clay yourself and then put the gems on top afterwards, that is where there is profit. So the final one, which we're going to finish the video on, is going to be the woodcutting one. So if we go and find the exquisite woodcutting one with no gem, this is going to come in at a price of, hopefully nice and cheap. That's going to come in at a price of 29k, which again, pretty decent. I think people will buy for these max prices as well. I don't think there's enough of the urns on the Grand Exchange. For people who want to buy them, they will just buy them. So really, definitely going to do like a little video later on where we actually go and see if we can, these prices can be attained. For this one, I just want to show you guys that, look, this is what's around, this is what you could do, and this is some quick profit you can make, especially if you've got the level to go and craft them as well. The demand is definitely there. People definitely want to use these because they sort of take longer to fill and means they're going to get more XP, which actually means they're going to use less decorated urns by using Exquisite. So they can definitely look at buying for these prices. But that might be like a little thing I go and test out is, if I was to put them in for these instant buy prices, will they sell? So 32.4k for the woodcutting one, an instant sell price, which we can go and find out nice and quick. 23.4k, which is actually a really good price. So that woodcutting urn there, we found out that the price of the clay was going to be 15.5k. You're making 9k profits for an exquisite woodcutting urn. When it comes to making these urns, it's 1/1. You're using one clay for one urn as well. So really, really good there. So the instant sell of the no rune is just under 24k, which basically means like for adding a gem on, which for woodcutting is going to be a diamond. Again, a diamond's about 1,000 coins now. You're going to make about sort of like 10k profit. Just under 10k profit is what you're going to make from just doing that. And like I said before, these urns I think are still so new to the game that they're not in the sort of quantity of which the game sort of demands for. Your high-end skillers, especially the ones who PVM as well, will not be scared about paying the extra price to go and get these, because they're going to be using less of the decorated ones anyway. Your high-level skillers won't mind about paying a little bit more on terms of the price, because when you think about it, you're using more decorated urns compared to this. So really, it kind of like levels itself out. If you can get these for the right price, you can definitely like sort of be even in terms of your urn usage and maybe even save GP. But that is going to cover these urns. Again, a bit brief. Yes, we can go through more, but I've picked out the ones which are really the standout ones, the ones which are going to sell often. And you can see by the prices we've gone through that there's definitely gaps for you guys to target. Now, what I would say, if you're going to go and do this method, take the time to go through all the prices, understand what's going to sell well, what's not going to sell well, and understand where the gaps are where you can make that little bit of profit to jump into as well. But for the crafting level, if you need to get up to these, do start building crafting, invest in crafting, because as you can see here, it will pay off as well. And buy your supplies over time, especially that clay. The longer you buy the clay for a lower price, the more profit you're going to make in the long run, because you've got more of a margin to work with as well. We've worked with the instant buy price, and there's been some urns just turn them into the first form, where you are making a lot of money. But what I would highly encourage is find what the price is like once you've added the gem on, because I think that can be something you could make a lot more money with in the long run. Because again, people pay for convenience. They don't want to make this urn themselves. They want to buy the urn, save the time, go and do some form of PVM, go do some form of skilling and spend more money. But if you want to make the money, that's how you can target this item as well. People pay for convenience, and what we do in terms of the skilling method is we go through this. We get the XP for doing this as well, but we'll make profit with it as well. Hopefully that's been explained well enough. Let me know if you want me to do a video like sort of testing out if these higher margins will sell. Because if they do, this could be incredible money for you guys to do as well. And by doing like 28 in terms of full info, it is a little bit AFK, not massively, but a little bit AFK. It's not as intensive as what it could be in terms of crafting method. But I'm going to wrap the video up here. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please make sure to leave me a like, subscribe to the channel. This method I've found, if you're going to do it through the furnace and the kiln and stuff, the crafting guild is probably where you'd want to do it because everything's sort of laid out there. I'm not sure if this has been brought back to a point where you can use it on porters and the lunar spell. If you can do it on porters with the lunar spell, I would highly recommend that as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.